Hey, welcome to BSP TV. Today I have James Cowlishaw from, I was going to say from Integromet, but it's not that at all. It's the Catalysis Group. How are you, James?
Yeah, very good, Kevin. You?
I'm really
excited to be here.
Now, you actually help people to get rid of a whole lot of the jobs that we all hate anyway.
Yeah, I help people become lazy. That's what I do. People that don't like to do those boring, really frustrating, annoying manual jobs, we help get rid of them so they can just sit back, relax, or enjoy what they do.
Fantastic. Well, when you say help people become lazy, it's not true. People are already, most of us are already lazy. You help them absolutely perfect the art of laziness while not diminishing the productivity, and that's fantastic. Hey, Facebook user, sorry, we don't know who you are because you haven't logged into the stream, so it doesn't share it for us, but thanks for being there. So tell me, there's so many different things that are really frustrating. So if you could give me 3 things that could save me between 2 hours and half a day a week, just to kick this off. Now, in the future, we'll get people to actually send us questions about, hey, what could they automate? But today, I'll let you, the 3 most common ones you help people with.
Sure. So yeah, think of this show ongoing as like the regular barbecue you go to, and then you ask your mates, hey, how do I do this? Or because that's what my mates do who own businesses. And the other day, one of my mates asked me how he can become a bit more time efficient. And so one of my easiest tips was, getting rid of the time you waste in managing emails, particularly bills, and how you get that bill that's been sent to you via email into your accounting system, whether it be Xero or whatever it is, and then all onto your bookkeeper as well. So a really simple automation that everyone should have is an automatic forwarder of all bills that come to your email to send it to where it needs to go, whether that's your bookkeeper's dedicated email address or Xero inbox for bills. If you do send it to Xero, you can then go on to a whole bunch of other automations. But that way, you're not spending time finding a bill, forwarding it to where it needs to go, so you store that receipt, and then ultimately having it at a point where you can then pay it.
So let me have a look at this. So I use when my mouse works eventually. Here's one we prepared earlier. I'm sure somewhere there's going to be, there's a Klaviyo bill, right? So yep. I better go to the right screen now, and I'm going to be looking that way because that's where my other screen is. So if I wanted to set up this automation, where would I go?
So usually you can do a search. If you were in Google, you'd search for what you want, and then you can set up an automatic forward. And so you should just be able to look for, where are we? I'm a bit close. Click on the email, and you can do search for emails like this.
Right, so I go, what's that? Search for emails like this. Where do I do that?
Oh, I'm a Google guy. Usually, yeah. No, there should be a, it's called an automatic forward rule. And what you're looking for is a way to set up a, I don't want to
so I can too create a new camera. Rule.
Yes, new rule, that's it, yep. Forward to.
Forward to?
Yep, that's it, yep. And then you put the email of, and Xero has bills, like a bills@xero.com associated to your Xero file. I know QuickBooks does have it too. Or your bookkeeper might have said, please send all your bills to. So I don't know if you've got, oh yeah.
Hey, will it know me when I just go to send it to Xero.com?
So you'll need your specific Xero one. I don't know if you want to log into Zay, but there's a specific link in Xero that you can collect, and it has your Xero code, your account, and then you put that email in there, hit done, and it'll automatically look for this email that comes through and then send it on for you.
Fantastic. And now, obviously, for privacy reasons, I don't want to show my
we won't do that.
Xero accounts and everything. Sorry about that, everyone. You can see that I'm paying $100
But it's a simple
a month for Klaviyo, but great. So that's a nice simple thing. So find out from Xero thing, and then automatic forward to set, forget, it'll go and do that. And then Xero can automatically pay the bill for us and everything, I would imagine. So that's the first one. So look to create a rule if you're in Microsoft around forwarding those things. Now you've got to do one for each. You've got to set up a new rule for each individual supplier and that sort of stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah, or you can do like search for, like I know within Google you can search for similar things. So where the subject line includes bills or bills to pay. A lot of Xero people that receive bills from Xero have standard subject tags and from X email address. So you can put a whole bunch of email addresses that your bills usually come from and say any emails from these emails or with this subject line automatically forward to this email address.
Fantastic. Nice and simple. Set up. It might take you a whole 15 minutes to do the research and set it up, but then you've saved probably half an hour a week at least in relation to that. What's the second thing that you've got?
So this is a cool little one, something I only put into my business not long ago, but everyone loves sort of being able to, when you answer the phone, you know who's calling you. And one of the things that obviously a great experience to offer your customers is when they come on board with your business, whether they've signed a contract agreement or they've confirmed, yes, we want to go ahead, usually there's an opportunity there to automate adding them to your contact in your phone. So that the next time they call you, you know exactly who's calling without having to enter their mobile number or whatnot. So that's a nice little trick I had. So anytime that someone engages in our services, they're usually signing an agreement and we're automatically adding them to my phone. Same with CRM. So if someone comes into your CRM, you can automatically add any details that you contacted, such as name, email, and mobile. You can add that straight into your phone so that when you do have to reach out or they do reach out to you, you can say, hey, Kevin, thanks for calling me. What can I do for you?
So hang on, go back a step. So when you say automatically add it to your phone, so how do you know to do that? Like where from? Am I on my phone?
So usually I like to, well, no, that'd be the manual way. So you're thinking about what's the trigger event. So for trigger event to put people into my phone is when they come into my CRM system, I want all their details that are in my CRM system automatically put into my phone contact. So I have a Google account, and so everything gets added into that.
So if they come into my Klaviyo system, then it would automatically send it over to my phone.
Correct. Yep. And so you can set that up using any sort of simple software integration. Some pieces of software already have that built in. You just have to connect your Google contacts or your phone contacts, or you might be able to simply set it up just by using a simple Zap with Zapier. And usually, if you're doing a one Zap like that, it's free.
Cool. So all these different things we can find out about. What's the third one?
What was the third one, Kevin? I had that third idea. I guess anytime someone engages with your website and is filling in a form, so we get this all the time. So we have a lot of people come to us, marketing agencies come to us with either their stuff or their client stuff, is making sure that when anyone engages with a form or some form of subscription, that information is accurately stored in your CRM. Now, a lot of times you can embed forms, but iOS 13 changes and all these browser rules and privacy restrictions, have caused a lot of problems with that. So now you just want to make sure that anytime, don't just rely on the email that form to come into you and say, hey, someone filled in a subscribe notification or someone wants a call. Make sure that stuff's going into your CRM system. There's no point having data not connected across your business, and that's a really simple automation that everyone can set up. Just by connecting the two.
Fantastic. So for you, it really is about using the data that you have in your business to run a better business, but not getting overwhelmed by the data, but finding out how you really want to use it so you can simplify stuff.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. So at the end of the day, whenever we finish an engagement with a client in terms of automation, our goal is to make sure your business has all your data mapped to where you need it to be, so that you can make better decisions. Or benefit from someone's name coming up in your phone, so you can say, "Hey, Kevin, how are you?"
Absolutely. And great, even better, customer experience from that point of view. And I know that you're really, really on top of the customer experience journey and that sort of stuff. So helping people understand that. What we would love you to do in relation to this particular show, if you've got a question and you would think, hey, could I automate that? We're going to do this show roughly fortnightly. You'll get the pleasure of catching up with James on a fortnightly basis. I'm not promising to always be here. There might be somebody else. James can have special guest stars come along and have a chat about things that they would love to automate in their business. And James will walk them through, hey, here's the simple steps. We won't go into deep technical stuff. Sometimes knowing that you can do it, being able to Google how is good enough. Other times you might need some technical support. However, it's so important as a small business owner. We're already time poor because we cover so much ground that we're not wasting our time doing stuff that we really don't need to do. And that's where having this show is going to help you save a lot of that time.
Yeah, time is our most valuable resource as small business owners. So don't go wasting your time, and don't go wasting your money paying people to waste their time. That's the next iteration. So if you've got staff and they're doing this simple stuff, automate it, guys.
Yeah. Like people balk at paying $50 a month subscription to something that could save them, 10 hours of their week. It's like, hey, let's get sensible about, take the emotion out of it and look at what's the best value of your time. So that's one thing I want to encourage you to. Thank you very much, James, from the Catalysis Group. I don't know why that's so hard for me today. And I look forward to catching up with you again very soon.
Awesome. Don't forget to leave a comment on something that you want automated or you're not sure if you can automate it, and we will answer it.
That'd be great. Thanks, guys. Thank you.